So here we go then. This is the finished Cratch board. Pretty pleased with how it's turned out. Seems to be waterproof, we're not getting water in anymore. Just had its final clean on the windows. So yeah, pleased with that. Another job done. Morning everybody. Well, we're in the workshop at the moment. Boat work, as I said. Boat's tucked away in the marina, and we're going to try and knock off a couple of jobs. One of which is the refurbishment of our Cratch board. Just needs smartening up and painting, but the window areas, there was some rot on it. Anyway, the reason I've put the video up is because it's not really gone to plan at this point. I'll show you. So these are the two hinge portions of the Cratch board. The main T-piece is in reasonably good condition. We're just going to strip that back and paint it. However, these were... Well, I'll show you. This, I'll pull this out. Look, it's pretty rotten. We got the same on this one where it's all water damaged and working away. So we're going to remake these. However, the first part of that process was to get the glass out, which was quite successful on this one, but as you can see here, it seems to have had a bit of a chaos. I don't know what I think it must have been leaking in the past, and people had tried putting mastic of any sort, shape and description in it, so I got it 90% of the way out and then it broke on the last bit, so we're going to need a new piece of glass, which is a bit of a faff. I think I showed you these in the previous clip. This is the old damaged section. We've been quite lucky in that we've got two new single piece marine ply units. Initially these have been cut out by Carol's son Matthew, who's done a great job of, I mean, is his trade, like, he's good at this stuff and much better than I am, so he's cut the thick of it out, and we're now just going to route on the nice corners, sand it all up and then protect it so that hopefully it doesn't end up in the same boat as the others did. Don't know if you can see, but along these, so the bottom edge, so this edge and the back edge where it closes, I've got a small round on it. So I'm going to route in a small round on them sides, and then the front side and the top, this side and this top edge, have a much bigger radius on them too, because that's where the canvas comes over from the Cratch cover. So I think it's rounded to stop it damaging the canvas. So we're going to do we'll start off by doing the small round on both boards while I've got the router set up for small. Put the router on this bottom edge. us. Yeah. That's the smaller edges. So now we've got to do a much steeper curve along here in the top. So I'm going to change to a steeper curve round a bit. So this was the curve for the smaller edge. And we're going to move to this, if you can see that, steeper curve on the bigger bit. So this is going to go along the long edge and the short top edge. And I may, because that one's probably alright, but probably I might try and just do something with that on the canvas to become damaged. Canvas runs. So I'm probably going to stand in your way for part of this, but I'll give it a whirl and see what happens. You can see we've now got a nice round edge here. Obviously all these have got to be, it's all got to be sanded up and softened off a bit, but yeah, happy with that. Right, gonna go 180 to start with. So there we go. Right way around. Two new Cratch board doors. Obviously we need to do some prep. A couple of voids in the marine ply that I'm not really happy with, but we'll figure it out. Probably needs a finer sand here and there. A bit of filler in, just to make sure the levels. Both rebaited for the glass on the back. I assume the glass fits. The other good bit of news is we've managed to source a replacement piece of glass. The glass is, what do they call it? Laminated, that's it. See me a moment, yet again. But we've got the original one that didn't break. Carol's cleaned that all up, looks great. And then we took that down to a local glass place who were able to cut us a replacement for the one that I succeeded in smashing. So that's good news. Oh, we're on to undercoat. So we've sanded all the units. Oh, sorry, both the units. We took them to the boat and give them a bit of a test fit just to make sure that everything was dimensionally correct. That went pretty well. Picked the paint up while we were there. And so this is the first coat of undercoat. I mean, obviously the Cratch board previously was sort of varnished, or it was one of these coloured varnishes. It wasn't very good, to be honest. And our decision has been to paint the whole thing in midnight blue, the same as the boat, and then we're going to perhaps try and put some of the diamond emblems on the front. I'm going to get these all done up, prepped up, painted, glazed, and then we can take them to the boat and work on the other end. While we're there, obviously the most important thing is that they don't absorb any water. So I ummed and ahed a little bit, and in the end decided to put a coat of varnish on there because they made a ply. It's supposed to be marine grade ply, but there were a couple of voids in it, which I'm quite surprised about. But the idea is that we make sure that it's fully sealed up, so I'll put some varnish on. I think that was the right idea. I don't think the paint will chip off because of the varnish. Sanded it up in between the varnish coat and this undercoat. To be fair, it appears to be taking the paint quite well. It's not sort of glazing off, so as we've already identified, I'm no painter. How's it going, Carol?
I'm not happy. Can't. Top coat's got to be done separate. It's just about. I'm holding what I've painted. It's just I don't like it.
It's looking all right.
Not happy at all. I've done this side yet. That's still got to be done.
Okay. Right, haven't done a very good job of filming this, but we're back on with looking at the glazing of the Cratch door front. As you can see, I've created a stoplet. Carol did a great job of painting the original, so we've got the glass in as a test fit. Now these have all been fitted and cut. We've done both doors. Next part of the process is to get these painted and primed, or primed and painted should I say. Then we can go to the stage of putting the sealant in and sealing them up. Job done. Morning everybody. As you know, we've been rebuilding the Cratch board doors, and today is the day that we're going to try and glaze them. So we've built these. Carol's done a wonderful job of painting them. They're basically a copy of the original but made out of ply and made in a single piece. The previous one was made out of separate pieces of hardwood actually. We've got a rebate in here where the glass is going to sit, and we're going to attempt, my game plan is to use a butyl tape to sit the glass on. I think that's going to work, but we'll find out. Right, so this is the first piece, and what I'm going to try and do is cut that in half so that we can use, because this rebate is about 10mm, this is about 20mm wide, so not quite sure how successful or unsuccessful that's going to be, but we're going to give it a whirl. Get right way round eventually, won't it? We had already pre-drilled and pre-fitted these prior to trying to glaze anything. So we know where all the holes are and everything should fit together seamlessly. It says. With the engine. She's stripped and sanded all this Cratch cover or Cratch frame. As you know, we created new windows for it at home, and the whole thing's going to be done in the midnight blue. So we've now got the undercoating stage, which is good. We're letting Carol paint because I'll make a big deal of it, as usual. We've also taken the seats off the back. They're in the toolbox, ready to go home to be varnished. Then we think.
Sanded off.
We can't get the screws out of the camera, unfortunately, so I can't get the cover off completely, but that's fine. So yeah, coming together. Once this is done, we're top coating.
Well, no, top coat tomorrow. That's good.
Pass me that door. I'll do it. So,
Oh, they look nice, especially when we've finished. We've got diamonds on. So yeah,
to do.
it matches the bow so much better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's better than that brown.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely missed along the bottom edge.
Yeah, I know.
So here we go then. This is the finished Cratch board. Pretty pleased with how it's turned out. Seems to be waterproof. We're not getting water in anymore. Just had its final clean on the windows. So yeah, pleased with that. Another job done. Moving on to the stern now. We're going to repaint the grey paint on the deck, but then it's work on the stern, timber work particularly, just to smarten that up.